A place at the World Cup Under-17s is at stake today. These are two teams that came third in their group at the AFCON Under-17s. A playoff, a winner-takes-all, Uganda against Gambia today. The winner will go to Qatar and the Under-17 FIFA World Cup later this year. Looking at scenes from the Stade El Abdi in Morocco, where this country has put on a wonderful tournament so far. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And we're getting to business time now. Uganda against Gambia. Remember, this is not part of the actual Under-17 AFCON. It's a straight elimination match. The winner goes to the World Cup finals. So our teams today is Uganda against the Gambia. As I say, both came third. Gambia have actually won the AFCON twice. They're the team with the real pedigree. And this is their opponents today, Uganda, who came third in their group. They came here with high hopes. It's a country that is improving. It's setting up a much better youth system. They didn't quite qualify for the quarterfinals, but they're looking, you know, for their first ever appearance at the World Cup finals. If they can win today, the Cranes will be there. It's a huge day and the country's behind them. I've been reading some of their local press today. There's a lot of interest in this match in Uganda, and they know this is a big, big tournament because Uganda have never qualified for a FIFA event at the world level, that is. Can they do it today? 6 years ago, they came so close behind Ghana and Congo, looking to do it today. But their rivals today, Gambia, have twice qualified for the World Cup. Even though, you know, it's the smallest country on the African continent, but they're big on talent and big on dreams. They are really hoping not just to win today, but to show what they can do at the World Cup. But they'll have to win today, and that's the shirt of their star player, Alia Drame, who's been brilliant so far. Scored a hat-trick against Somalia, and he will be the danger man today. Uganda will be warned. So these are the teams. Remember, these are under-17 teams. They're born in 2008, 29 and 2010. The stars of the future. And one of these two teams will be going to the World Cup in Qatar, but only one. We're going to play 90 minutes, and if not, a penalty shootout. The winner goes to the World Cup finals.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
The beautiful view of the Mediterranean coast of Morocco. This country that has hosted the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Host a World Cup, FIFA World Cup match, remember, not in 2026, but in 2030. The country's looking into that. Bushra Karboubi is our referee today. The refereeing team looking forward to this, no doubt. Well, there's 3 teams on the pitch: Gambia, Uganda, and the referees. They are as important as anyone else. Let's hope they have a good game as well. Gambia in their white shirt, Uganda yellow. As we get ready for this elimination match. It's a very unusual kind of game. It's not often you just get one match and the winner goes to the World Cup, but that's the situation we have. It's very exciting. We're looking forward to this one. Remember, the 8 teams that have qualified for the quarterfinals already in the World Cup. Who will join them? Gambia, our homeland, the national anthem of the team in white today, who are looking to go to the World Cup. They've been there a couple of times before. Uganda have never gone to the showpiece. That's what it's all about today. It's not a group stage, not a knockout. It's just a qualification match for the biggest tournament in under-17 football. Bushra Karboubi is our referee today. She'll have a big responsibility. Our assistants today are also from Morocco and Benin. Well, let's take a look at the Uganda team, who came third in their group. They've made a big change and a big decision, you know, with Sozi coming in to the midfield. He's going to play down the right-hand side. And apart from that, it's familiar figures so far in this tournament. So this is the lineup of Brian Senyondo as Uganda look to go all the way. Bulgaria was a very, very useful striker so far. Scored 7 goals in 4 games in the qualifying and 2 hat-tricks as well. He's their threat up front. And we're talking about up front. Alia Drame has been brilliant so far. He's the captain and the player in your picture. There's the name checks for Bouchard Bouidi's refereeing team. Full of smiles for the moment. Let's hope it stays that way over the next 90 minutes or so. A lot of pressure for them. Amusa Senguba is our captain for the team in yellow today. Uganda, it's East Africa against West Africa.
This half for the ball. The ball, okay. So take this, okay. Take a picture.
Quick choice of ends. Looks like Gambia won the toss. And there is VAR in action today. Samir Guzaz is in that VAR room. Had some big VAR decisions so far, including one in the Gambia match last time out. Let's take a look at the Gambia side then. Look out for Keba Kamara, who was very impressive in the last couple of matches, and especially up front, Drame. Here's him on the left. He's capable of playing down the left or through the middle as well. So let's see how they line up. But it's an impressive Gambia team. They've got a lot of goals in them. And look out for Drame and Mendy today. It's winner takes all. The winner goes through to Qatar. It's the first time these two teams have ever played each other at this level. Two teams that were eliminated. They came third in the group. But there is still a prize, and it's a huge prize to get to Qatar and those under-17 World Cup finals. We are ready to go. Seconds away then from this huge match, Uganda against Gambia. We are underway. CAF described this as aspiration against pedigree. It's a good way of describing this. Great aspiration for Uganda. Gambia certainly have the pedigree, having twice won this tournament, remember, and gone to the World Cup finals. It's going to be a first attack for Gambia, who do have danger. They've scored within 20 seconds. It's the perfect start for Gambia. Kanye has scooped it in, and you can see how happy their coach is. Yaya Mena, well, whatever he told their team to do ahead of this game is worked out. Kanye has scored within, I made that, 22 seconds. What a start. And he didn't hesitate, did he, Kanye? Got the ball back off an opposing defender and just swept that one in from distance. That's a super finish and a perfect start. Ahmed Kanye with his first of the tournament, and my word, it's an important one. Well, that means that Brian Senyondo is really going to have a think about things. No one plans on conceding a goal. I think it's certainly within the first 25 seconds. We'll wait for the official reading on that, but it's a perfect start for the Gambia. Barely got prepared for this match and ready for this match. The few fans here that watched this game, hopefully they were in their seat, because it was a very quick goal, the first attack. And I just was saying that Gambia always threatened scoring goals in their 3 games, even if they did lose 2. They felt they were a bit unlucky against Tunisia in that 2-1 defeat. It was 1-1, and then there was a VAR decision that went against them, and Tunisia got the penalty. But there will be a huge, huge consolation going to the World Cup. But long, long way to go. We're in the first 2 minutes and already a shot there at the other end for Uganda. It was wide of Sebastian Darbo's post. It's a decent effort it was from Richard Okello. shooting on sight. Okello, certainly a dangerous player. But a perfect start for the Gambia. There's no other way of putting it. The goal from Ahmed Kanyi. The winner of this match through to the World Cup finals. It's as simple as that. There's Brian Senyondo, the Uganda coach, who's got work to do now. Uganda losing 2-1 to Zambia. That's why they're not in the quarterfinals. Can Uganda steel themselves and get back into this game? Stunned by an early goal. We're at the Ben Mahad El Abdi Stadium in Morocco, just on the coast. Looking for an early second goal, but that was a cut out well by Stephen Oyeworth. The other game, incidentally, to decide the place in the World Cup finals is Egypt against Angola. That will take place right after this game. What a start for Yaya Mane. We've already had the quarterfinals. Semi-finals will be between as the shot comes in. Excuse me, it was from nowhere really, but decent effort again. And seeing what Bushra Karboubi has to say about that. There's nothing wrong with that shot. Throwing caused a few problems, but there was clear offsides. The knock-through was from the dangerous James Boguere. I was just saying the semi-finalists, we know who they are. Morocco play Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire, and Burkina Faso against Mali. The local rivalry there. South Africa, Senegal, Zambia, and Tunisia all eliminated. This is all about a place in those World Cup finals. An early goal for Ahmed Kanyi. It's a perfect start for the team from West Africa. Ahmed Kanyi plays with the Sporting Supreme Football Academy. We'll give them a name check. Putting out some good talent, no doubt. Do they have a scorer? This Africa Cup of Nations under-17 tournament. It's the playoff for the World Cup spot. The Gambia have won, looking for a second, but defending to do here. And it was Elvis Torach who was thwarted there. Nice open start to this game. No thoughts of defending. Two sets of young players going out for a dream to go to Qatar and the under-17 World Cup finals. Just settling in, an early goal. I don't think coaches will be changing their game plan too much, but it is a real blow for Uganda. Knocked in, Elvis Torach can't get to that one. Number 10 is Isama Magala, goes back to go forward as Uganda look to respond, and that was a lovely little step over. Is this going to be the chance for an equaliser? It's gathered by Sebastian Darboe, and courageously so as well. Did well there because it was a more than decent cross from Richard Okello. Sebastian Darboe plays his football in Norway. He's based in Norway at the Grorud Football Club in Oslo. The only European-based player for the team in yellow today. There's one also for Gambia. Alia Drame plays for Barcelona, no less. A better place to learn your football, arguably. Mukwanga picks up the ball. Looks like a 4-4-2 for Uganda, or a 4-3-3. Definitely 4 at the back. With some talk they might be playing with 5 at the back, but they've gone with 4. So young players already well schooled tactically, you can see that. Derek Sossi and Isama Magala in the engine room for Uganda. Yaya Mane, absolutely delighted with the start so far. Looking for a first ever qualification for those under-17 World Cups. Uganda, they're going to need to come from behind. 6 years ago, you might remember, they came really close behind Ghana and Congo. Elvis Torak. Elvis Torak is going to win the corner. I feel it's going to be important today. Both teams have been working on the corners, and Sebastian Darbo will know that. So an early corner for Uganda, who have gone behind in this World Cup qualifier. Bit of pushing and shoving, that's normal these days in football. The corner's nicely played, just to the near post. It's going to come back to Sozi. Second attempt not bad either, but Gambia determined to hang on to this lead. Swept in, the goalkeeper should get that one easy, just lets that one bounce behind. Frustration for the Cubs. Just saw Mboub had a solid game against Tunisia, but Tunisia are really a class act. They've got a lot of really good players playing some of the best academies in the world. And, Tunisia beating Gambia 2-1 in that last group stage game. Back to Adrian Mukwanga. Have to be careful, not taking any risks. I mean, those jewels so important. So 1-0 going into the 10th minute of play. An early goal from Ahmed Kanyi. Good one it was too, to swept past Adrian Mukwanga. Watching pictures from the El Jadida city, the Stade El Abdi. Had a wonderful tournament. It's been really well organised, and the Moroccans have put on a great show. There's a long way to go, of course, at the semi-final stages, but you know, for some of these young players, this match will be just as important as the semi-final. The chance to go to a World Cup. Gambia looking to recreate the great days of the noughties when they twice won this Africa Cup of Nations. And they throw in, it's a good one, a direct one. Ali Drame has been brilliant so far, can't quite get to that one. He's got a hat-trick against Somalia, and he was head and shoulders above his opponents at times. To be fair, he was the man of the match. Let's call him the boy of the match, but let's call them men today. 15, 16 and 17-year-olds playing at the top level. It's a great experience to play in an international competition, know what it's about, going into a group stage, 3 games to manage with into a foreign country. Everything's a little bit different, but the stadia are fantastic in Morocco. The pitches are very good. Never easy for players of this age, but most of them it's their first big international experience. Youssoufa Keita, who's really disappointed after that 2-1 defeat. His head was down, but he's come up now and he's looking to lead his team to a place at the World Cup. There's the scorer. Kanyi does well, full of confidence. Rangy midfield player. Can Uganda do? Not too much from that, and that was Keita again. Uganda on the break, but it's going one way than the other. That was a foul against Kaou Sané. Right back, getting a foot in there. Played 2 of the games so far. Plays for the Presentation Secondary School. One of the younger members of the team, born in 2010. Not even 15, but it's cleared. Hacked out. Gambia have the leads. The goal from Ahmed Kanyi. Plenty of confidence as well. Header on from Keba Kamara. Alio Drama is going to chase that one down. Get to it. Uganda want to get on with things. Gambia defended pretty well, you know, against Tunisia, but the first goal was absolutely superb. And then that penalty conceded to consign them to defeat, but defending to do here. Elvis Torak. The cross is a good one, and there's an equaliser. Uganda are back in it. And the strike from James Bogere, who's been a danger throughout this tournament and in the qualifiers, making absolutely no mistake. Darbo's beaten. James Bogere with the goal. A fine strike, and we're back at 1-1. What a match we have. Showed real composure there. It was a great cross, but a lot to do. And spectacular stuff. The cross from Torak and a super finish, and it's 1-1. Uganda will be celebrating that one. The volley, knew what he was doing, putting it down rather than towards the goalkeeper. A clever finish. And if Gambia thought they were going to hold on, well, they're going to have to start again, but the neutrals, it's great to see goals. VAR's going to check that, of course. VAR will check everything. Just going to check there was no offside. That would be a real disappointment if it was. So quite rightly, Bushra Karbubi is just holding up play. We'll get another look at that, of course. Was there an offside? I think that might be the question. Experienced referee is Karbubi, but it's never easy to referee the boys. These are 15, 16-year-olds, most of them, and it's often said they have to be refereed in a slightly different way. To give a bit of understanding for their emotions and approaching them in terms of fouls and cards. There is a bit of a delay here. Is that goal going to count? James Bogere hoping that it will. It's a goal! Huge joy for Uganda. It was a brilliant goal and it's going to stand. And it's 1-1. 14th minute, we got 2 goals already, and suddenly Uganda, you can see their heads up, full of confidence, and why not? It was a good goal. And 2 good goals so far. This tournament that started proper in 1995 in Mali, first standalone event won by Ghana, beating Nigeria. It's just got better and better over the years. Ghana, one of the nations that have won it twice. Gambia have won it twice as well. This is turning into a really good game of football between some of the best young talent on the continent. Uganda have plenty of confidence. They lost to Zambia. It was a late winner from Dhaka, a Zambian player that broke Ugandan hearts after they'd beaten Tanzania 3-0 in their second game. Suddenly now looking to take the leads. Richard Okello. Just hacked out by Keba Kamara. First goal, first match rather, was quite a heavy defeat against Morocco. One of the favourites here. Mokhtar getting a pair. Baha also getting 2. They've dusted themselves down and put on a good performance today, Uganda. They got right back into this tournament against a Gambia team that very narrowly lost against the defending title holders. Remember, Senegal 1-0. A convincing win against Somalia. There's the action to show it was an offside. Win it was against Somalia before that narrow defeat against Tunisia I was talking to you about, as Sebastian Darbo gathers the ball. Keita, Sonko. First touch was a good one, really good one, and they turned defence into attack. Omar Sanyang, and Omar Sanyang's got it back. Sanyang looks to slip it through. Sonko, number 11 is back, but he's a left back today. Puts it into the danger area. Cleared by Oriworth. It's a really good game of football. Drame just gets that rebound. Very good shift in the last couple of games, Drame. So if he's a little bit tired, it can be forgiven for that. This is a fourth game, remember, for these two nations. Uganda were really dominant in the qualifying. 10 goals in 3 matches. 5-1 against Kenya, 4-1 against Somalia. They were really good on home soil in the qualifying competition. It's a little bit tougher for Gambia. Got through as well. Playing a qualifying competition in Senegal, getting through, and here's Elvis Torak again. Danger. That's Elvis Torak down that right-hand side. So they were third in the qualifying competition, Gambia. In Senegal, they went 101, they won 1, lost 1. Losing against Senegal and beating Liberia. Sliding tackle and a brave tackle from Youssoufa Keita. Even though they lost the semi-final against Mali, they won against Guinea-Bissau to get them through to this competition. 6-5 on penalties. Daffé with the decisive kick. We've seen Daffé in this tournament. Third game that Gambia faced East African opposition. They beat Ethiopia 1-0 in 2003 and a 5-1 win in this tournament just a few days ago. So good record against East Africans. Let's see if they can keep it up. Drame. Decent idea, but just behind Kanyi. Those two are linking up. It's going to be an important link up for those two. Richard Okello. And again, Uganda dangerous. Comes to the far post, Elvis Torak. Can't quite keep that one in. Two-time AFCON winners, remember, 2005. Famous win against Ghana in the final, having beaten South Africa 2-1 in the semis, and 4 years later repeating the trick. They won every game in the group stage, beat Malawi and then beat Algeria in the final. Bit of a surprise beating Algeria. They did so. They've got a really good tradition of getting the top under-17 teams, the Gambia. Of course, that meant they went to the World Cup, unlike Uganda, who've never been there. And, wonderful World Cup in 2005, and they beat Brazil and Qatar, but were eliminated. A little bit unlucky, you may remember, finishing on 6 points. Here's James Bougera again. He scored one and is the danger. Bougera. What a response from Uganda. The shot was just deflected, I think, off Derek Sozi. So coming to the side today. The changes made by Brian Senyondo. Second trip to the World Cup was in 2009 for the Gambia, who just picked up the 1 point and went out. But two really good teams. They've got a good team here, but Uganda is showing that they're more than a match for them. Isima Magala, but it's lost out. Here come Gambia again. Drame wants it. So Uganda know that he's a danger man. They're trying to stop any kind of supply line. And Basenti Mendy, rangy centre forward, couldn't get it through to him. There's our referee today, Bouchakar Boubi. Warm day, coast, wind coming in from the Mediterranean just to cool things down a little bit. Bougera, brilliantly done from James Bougera. Elvis Torak, good defending, and Youssoufa Keita, good talent he is. Good tournament for me, Keita. the semi-finals. They're going to be played later on the 15th of April, both of them. Burkina Faso against Mali and Morocco against Ivory Coast. Look out for that one. Final, not to be missed, is on the 19th of April, the El Bashir Stadium. These two teams won't be there, but they might be going to the World Cup finals. One will be. Early goal from Ahmed Kanyi, but James Boguera with a brilliant equaliser. Fair to say, 1-1 is just about reflects the balance of play. Jovan Mukisa, the towering header. It's turning into a bit of a scrap. These two teams know just how important this game is. Nicely cut up by Sonko. Sarjo takes over. Gambia will be looking to get Alia Drum into the game a little bit more. He hasn't really had too much to say so far in terms of an impact, and that's good news for Uganda. James Boguera going wide. He's a prolific goal scorer. He's got a couple of hat-tricks in qualifying. Had their debut at the African Cup of Nations in 2019, did Uganda. The attack again here. It's just palmed over. It's going to be a corner, you know. More work to do for Sebastian Darboe. Comes the corner, swung to the far post. That was a decent header, wasn't it? Went too high, but winning those aerial duels, the East Africans just got better and better as the match has gone on. Sonko. It just went out, much to the frustration of Omar Sanyang. Senguba gets play underway. Boguera, who the danger man is, Gambia. Boguera, excellent equaliser it was. Comes back to Senguba, hacked in, but there's a bit of danger. No, it's by Sebastian Darboe. Just played one of the three matches so far. The goal for the other two was Bemba Jammeh. Here come Gambia again. Like Keba Kamara through to Kenyi. He's scraping for everything. Uganda, more defending to do here. There's the danger man, Drame. To play in Keba Kamara. This match, of course, might go to the dreaded penalties. We have to have a winner today. So it's going to be Sana with the throw. It's a long one. Second attempt is cleared by Uganda. Bulgari is his lines. Sonko. Sonko couldn't clear it. It might come through. Derek Sosi. Clearance is not the best, but just about did the job. Turned into a decent pass. Uganda onto the loose ball again. James Boguera, can't take your eyes off this one. It's going one end to the other. These two teams chasing the dream of a World Cup. So Sebastian Darboe sorting out his defenders. Again, the ball goes to the near post. Again, Gambia deal with it. Elvis Torach. Torach trying his luck, nearly comes back to him. Hamuza Senguba helped him out. Hacked in by Ashraf Kwakua. Picked up by Sarjo. Then Boob takes over. For that little turn there, Alia Drame. So John Owino was onto it. To Keller, but that time there is an offside. So still one apiece in this World Cup knockout. The winner will go to the 2025 FIFA Under-17 World Cup. It'll take place in Qatar between the 3rd and 27th of November, incidentally. 48 countries. It's going to be a great event. Is there an offside there? Well, Darboe's not going to take any risks at all. One of the 8 teams here from quarterfinals will qualify, as well as 2 from these playoffs. One of these 2 nations will be there. Derek Sozi scrapping for it, importantly so. Here comes Ashraf Kwakua. Okello. Here come Uganda again, but this time it's cut out from Mboob, but struggling to turn defence into attack the Gambia. Can they do that here? Sarjo goes long. Headed on by Mendy. That's better from the Gambia. Keba Kamara. It's a clever ball through. The turn was decent from Kanyi, but yet again there was a Uganda defender on his back. They have defended really well since conceding early. It's almost done them some good. Some teams might have put their heads down and cracked after conceding early, but not Uganda. Proving to be a really good unit, put together by Brian Senyondo. Qualified for that 2019 competition in Tanzania. 1-1, lost 1, drew 1. They're behind Nigeria and Angola. A little bit unlucky not to go through. Fair to say that the better team the last 10-15 minutes, the team in yellow. Here come Uganda again. That man James Bagheera in the middle, but nicely cut out by Yusufa Keita. It's just scrapping for everything, Uganda. They really are playing well, playing with real heart. Magala. Gambia just holding on a little bit. Long-range shot from Elvis Torach. Going high and wide, much to the relief of the Gambia. This Torach, who plays for the Masaka Sunshine Club. There's actually 4 players play for that club in the starting lineup. Senguba, Boguera and Magala. So, really, they're doing some really good work with the young players at the Masaka Sunshine Club. Sonko. It's very long towards Drame and Mendy. Uganda go long as well. That's a brilliant touch from Elvis Torach. What brilliant control. Torach again. Is this going to be a second? There's a chance for Bagheera. It's gone in! Uganda have the lead, and they've come from behind. Elvis Torach, who set it up brilliantly. And Uganda, after conceding in the first 30 seconds, have shown real courage to come back. It's a second goal for Uganda, and suddenly it's Gambia who have a mountain to climb. It's really good work from Elvis Torach. It just came off Sanyang by the looks of things. And Bugera making no mistake at all. It's his second of the afternoon. He's proving to be an excellent marksman. James Bugera has a pair. It's Uganda 2, Gambia 1. Well, we'll check that, but that one looked pretty good. And it's confirmed by Bushra Karboubi. 2 first half goals for the excellent James Bugera. He can't get a third one either. He's dangerous, and the Gambia are rocking. It's just saying out of that goal that seemed to go through the gears. Uganda were playing really well. Don't rule out Gambia though. It's going to be a corner. They have some big players, likes of Keita and Mboob, Ali Adrame. They are dangerous from corners, this team of the Gambia. So the Gambia with some work to do. At least they have a corner. Mendy goes up for it. Just palmed right. The challenge from Omar Sarjo was a good one. Drame does well. There's plenty of white shirts. It was a swing from Omar Sarjo. Omar Sanyang gets in the end of it. It's a huge disappointment for Gambia if they're down at half-time, having led after about 25 seconds. It's all credit to the team in yellow. Keita. Uganda lead 2-1. Pumped into the danger area. Mendy's there. Kanyi was there. It's already got that cup tie feel, and it is a cup tie in many ways. When it goes through, the loser has nothing. On the turf is the very impressive Elvis Torach. We're going to get the first yellow card of the game here. And one feels that Bushra Karboubi didn't have too much choice. Sarjo, yellow cards. Just a flattening Elvis Torach. Super game so far. I've had 3 goals, could have had 1 or 2 more. It's been physical, but very largely fair. It's the first yellow we've had. These two teams look for a place in the World Cup finals at the under-17 level. That's what this match is about. They're both out of the tournament at the AFCON level, but not at the World Cup level. Confirmation yellow for Sarjo. Torach again, and the header through. That was a decent one, wasn't it? But Darbo held on to that one. Uganda dominant. Long way out. That's ambitious. Showing plenty of confidence, and why not? Coming back from behind. Stade El Abi is the scene for the 2 matches that we played today that will decide who goes to the World Cup. 48 teams. Give them a name check before the end of the match, but there's a lot of them. Let's see if Uganda can get a third that would really be in a comfortable situation at half-time. Nicely work from Kwakua. Okello. Gambia struggling to clear. This time they do. Uganda has shown some really good teamwork at the tournament. Brian Senyondo saying it's all about organisation at the back and speed and versatility up front. Showing exactly that. Teams from South America, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, Paraguay, and Bolivia qualified. Well, that showpiece event, Sonko puts it out. Central America, El Salvador, Honduras, Panama, US, Canada, Costa Rica, Haiti, and Mexico. And 8 qualifiers from Africa, Burkina Faso, Mali, Morocco, South Africa, Zambia, Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Tunisia. Some of the qualifiers for that under-17 event will take place in Qatar. And another corner for Uganda. Sebastian Daba hasn't done too much wrong today, but 2 brilliant strikes from James Bogere. Comes the corner. Gambia just about deal with it. It's Hamuza Senguba scrapping for that. Player down. I think it's Sarjo. Got a knock. It was a brave attempt from him to clear his lines. 2 players down. Of course, if there's any kind of head injury, the referee doesn't need to stop the game. Just make sure there's nothing too serious. That's going to hurt. Sarjo back to the side of the heads. Still about 5 minutes to play till half-time, so it's an interesting decision, isn't it, for Yaya Mena? Does he leave on his midfield player? Doesn't quite look at 100%. Yaya Mena done well to get the side here and played some excellent football here. They are out of the main competition, but they still have a chance of getting through to the World Cup finals. They must win today. That means they need to score at least 1 to go to penalties, which will be a very nervy penalty shootout. So play is going to go on with at least 5 minutes more. That will be quite a bit of stoppage time after that injury to Sarjo. Uganda looking for a third. Pumped to the right-hand side. Elvis Torres has been brilliant so far in the first half. Senguba. It's long, but it's effective. Just the bounce better. A couple of Uganda forwards. (2-1) for Uganda, 2 goals for James Bogere. Looking for a third, surely not a first half hat-trick, but you wouldn't bet against it. The shot comes in and there is a third! Uganda are in control, but there's an offside. Very nearly a third. Okello bore down on goal, and huge relief for the Gambia. Just check that that was offside. Yes, it was by a good metre or so. So it was a right decision, but the Gambia are warned that Uganda are looking for a third, absolutely not sitting back on the 2-1 lead, that's for sure. I feel they deserve the advantage at half-time, if indeed they have one. Bogere goes through. Slightly miscued, but good enough for Sebastian Dabo. Norwegian-born, based player, I should say. The only player for the team in yellow who is based in the Gambia. The other exception, of course, is the player I mentioned, Drame, plays for Barcelona. And There is Drame. Gambia would love to get back on level terms. Scored early, they couldn't make the most of it. It's a good turn from Keba Kamara. Kamara again's done well, but Uganda's defending has just got better and better as the match has gone on. Isima Magala picks the ball out. There's no Bugera there. From Torach again, Bugera chases it down. Bugera against Yusufa Keita is a really important duel so far, and James Bugera, I feel he's won it so far, scored a couple of goals. Not even at half-time yet. What a first half it's been for Bugera, and indeed Uganda. Scored against Tanzania, and at the other end a chance for Gambia, but one was cleared. It's the kind of game there could really be a goal at any time. We've seen that. As they've defended, there's plenty of attacking options, and the big men have gone up. Keita Mboob swung in and hit it out. Senguba back into the danger area. Work in the air again from Uganda. Worked on that part of the game. They're up against a taller side. They've headed the ball quite well so far. That's going to drift out. I think that going Uganda's way in the last minute of regulation. It's 2-1, 2 goals for James Bugera. He was unstoppable in qualifying. Has scored in this tournament as well, got a penalty against Tanzania when the game was pretty much won. The two here are vitally important. Make anything of that. The big question is how many minutes of stoppage time will there be? Sonko. Keita, Mboob. Clearance settling into the hands of Sebastian Darboe. Sonko again. It's a lovely touch through from Sanyang. Can they make something of it? That's another superb pass to Drame. On the left-hand side, but a lot down the right earlier on in this tournament. He's won the corner. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Plenty of time for the Gambia to try and get back into this game on level terms. Uganda with 3 players on the line as well as the goalkeeper. Interesting. Right tip by Kanyi. To deal with it. Cleared, looking for half-time, but there's a lot of work to do before the half-time break as Bushra Karbubi again just checks on a head injury. So it might be Jovan Mukisa's gone down. Take another look at that one. It was swung and it was a good corner. And there you see just the head contact. Jovan Mukisa felt that one. So Senyondo will be hoping that's nothing too serious for his defender. Uganda have defended well, let's say, for 44 of the 45 minutes. They conceded right at the start, but they've roared back into this game. And Ugandan football followers, football crazy country, will be cheering their boys on. They've done exceptionally well since. James Bugera with a couple of goals. He's been well supported, hasn't he? Especially by Elvis Torach and Richard Okello. Really dangerous, the front three. But still a couple of minutes to go. Sonko. There's not much choice, much more direct. Cleared again. Into the danger area by Keita. Kamara looking to win that one. Kalsu Sane. Drame again, who switched flanks. Drame, brilliantly done from him. That was an infringement. And, the threat of Drame has been largely thwarted so far, and that's all credit to not just the back four, but the whole Uganda team. They're really looking to stop any kind of supply to the, let's be honest, most dangerous player for Gambia, certainly on the basis of what we've seen so far at this tournament. The Barcelona Youth Academy. Headed on by Mendy. Kanyi, the scorer. And it's a good ball from Kanyi. And again, intelligent defending from Uganda. You can now see the half-time whistle. Hear the half-time whistle, maybe. More seconds to go. Gambia look to speed things up. 4 minutes are up, but it's a minimum 4 minutes, remember. So there should be time for Kalsu Sane to swing this one in. Sane does exactly that. Uganda deal with it. There's going to be a chance for one last shot from Sarjo. No, the whistle goes. And at half-time, Uganda have come from behind after conceding right at the start of the first half. Ahmed Kanyi with a snapshot. James Bagheera has been the star goals in the 14th and 33rd minute in this World Cup qualifier. The team that wins this will go to the Under-17 World Cup. And so far, it's Uganda who have the lead. Uganda 2, Gambia 1. Uganda against Gambia in a qualifier for the World Cup. The winner will go through to Qatar, and within 25 seconds, we had a goal. It was Ahmed Kanji. The ball coming back to Kanyi and into the corner. Adrian Ukwanga had no answer to that one, and it was a perfect start for the Gambia, and Kanyi with the goal. But if anyone thought that heads would go down in the Uganda camp, think again, because Uganda responded really well. Yaya Mene celebrating the early strike, but after that it was all Uganda, and Elvis Torach was a real menace down the right-hand side. James Bogera with an excellent finish, the volley past Sebastian Darbo. So that was 1-1 within 15 minutes. We had a really good game, you know. It's a real great advert for young African football. The stakes could hardly be higher, a place in the World Cup. And 2-1 was the score after that strike from James Bogera, cutting inside and a nice shot into the corner. There was no stopping Bogera in that first half. And it's 2-1 at half-time.
s'est levé, un continent s'est révélé, pour nous, pour eux, pour lui, pour elle. L'heure est venue de dévoiler une nouvelle réalité. Vivons le jour, vivons la nuit, voyons le monde à l'infini. Rêvons d'avenir, de devenir, ce que l'on souhaite, où que l'on souhaite. Partageons nos passions, écrivons nos succès, exprimons tout ce que l'on est. Avançons sans limite, puisque le monde est là, et qu'il nous ouvre les bras.
Ici, on dit qu'on a du sens du service. Et c'est tout un métier, servir. C'est tout faire pour vous être utile au quotidien. Et vous fournir de l'énergie sur toutes ces tables. Partout. Tout le temps. Sur tout le continent.
Un nouveau jour s'est levé, un continent s'est révélé, pour nous, pour eux, pour lui, pour elle. L'heure est venue de dévoiler une nouvelle réalité. Vivons le jour, vivons la nuit, voyons le monde à l'infini. Rêvons d'avenir, de devenir, ce que l'on souhaite, où que l'on souhaite. Partageons nos passions, écrivons nos succès, exprimons tout ce que l'on est. Avançons sans limite, puisque le monde est là, et qu'il nous ouvre les bras.
The second half is minutes away. It's Uganda against Gambia. The winners of this match will go through to the World Cup finals at the under-17 level in Qatar. Stakes could hardly be higher. The chance to show off your skills at the very highest level. And Gambia are going to make some subs, and they were certainly the second best team in the second part of that first half. And there's a huge change because they're going to change their goalkeeper by the looks of things. Certainly we're going to have Al Boubacar Ba, who played a couple of games already in this tournament. So going for broke is Yaya Mane. Looks like Bakary Jammeh will also come on, who's certainly an attack-minded player. So really interesting stuff. Certainly not holding back in terms of making subs. Something for Uganda to think about, but Brian Senyondo, I imagine, will be pretty pleased about how his team have responded after conceding early. It looks like a bit of an injury to a player there. Let's hope none of these are too serious. These are young players at start of their career, hopefully good long careers for them. But one thing's for sure is Al Boubacar Ba is on. 5 changes allowed. It's the first ones. Just get confirmation of who's on and off. Two-one after the first half then. James Bagheera with 2 goals. These two teams came third in their group, but they have the massive consolation of the chance to go to the Under-17 World Cup. We are on the north coast, south of Casablanca. Wonderful city of El Jadida. Beautiful city it is. And we've had some great football. An early attack, James Bagheera. Changes Sonko and Sané are going off. 2 fullbacks. See what that can change. So Uganda look for a third. It does come across to Bagheera. Uganda coming out of the first half quickly. Confirmation that the goalkeeper has been changed. Jammeh is coming on. He has played a couple of games so far, so not new to this tournament. Mbemba Jammeh. We are south of Casablanca for this game on the Atlantic coast. This stadium will host these 2 matches that are playoffs for the World Cup. The Gambia have it all to do. They are behind. So the half-time numbers for you: 11 shots for Uganda, just 2 for Gambia, and 3-1 is the shots on target score. So in terms of attacking threat, Uganda will feel they deserve to be ahead. The XG, for those of you who like your XG, 0.58 for Uganda, so they've really overperformed that, and just 0.11 for the Gambia. Early stages of this second half then, 2-1 to the East Africans. Jammeh on for Darboe. Change their goalkeeper. Didn't really make too many mistakes, but something just to change the flow of the game and the mentality of the game. Bar is on for Keita. Two teams that came third in their group. They felt a little bit unlucky. Both teams won 1 and lost 2. Lost last game of their group quite narrowly. It was just 2-1 for Tunisia against the Gambia. Gambia started that game pretty well. They scored right at the start of the second half. They scored right at the start of the first one here. They haven't held on to the lead. Coming out of the traps well, and they need to do that again, but have defending to do here. John Owino. Owino's going all the way. Brilliant run from the fullback. Saw space and wanted to use it, and he's got some legs, hasn't he? Owino winning that one back. Okello. Clutched down the sky by the substitute keeper, and Mbemba Jammeh. Nice open game, as you'd expect. Two teams going for broke. Uganda have certainly not sat back after taking the lead. Bulgaria in the middle, of course. Torec is there. Torec has the ball. Tries his luck. Just bounces over a couple of players. Kwakua. Sozu wants to help him out. Is it going to be a foul going Uganda's way? No. Just a throw. 5 minutes played of this second half. The Gambia changed their goalkeeper. Up at the other end, looking to get some glory through Keba Kamara. Can't do it. Okello. Uganda rather have never qualified for a FIFA Under-17 World Cup. What an achievement that would be. Bakary Jammeh is also on, incidentally, the number 20 for Sonko, so that's an attacking move. Getting scrappy, but Uganda determined to get a third. They really are pressing forward. That was good work from Okello. Did he keep it in? He did. Okello can get the cross. The Gambia would have been very disappointed to concede from there. Some of their players thought that was going out. It didn't. Bakary Jammeh is on. Mbemba Jammeh is on in goal, and Bar as well. The three changes. Can they have an impact? Ali Drameh. He's been the star player so far for them. He's been kept quiet, but not here. Drameh did really well. Is this going to be the chance? It's poked goalwards by Keba Kamara, but just wide. Great approach play from Drameh, and Kamara just poking it wide. Disappointment for Yaya Mane. We're going to get another change for the Gambia. Looks like Boubacar Suso is going to come on. Suso very much a centre forward. He was very impressive before coming off against Somalia. So I imagine Suso will go right up front with Drameh going for broke, that's for sure. Might leave a few holes defensively for the Gambia, but Yaya Mane is absolutely going for it. It's plenty of time, 40 minutes to play. Well, Uganda, I wonder, able to exploit some gaps in Gambia defence. Looks like, yeah, Suso's through the centre, Drameh down the right, and Mendy has drifted off wide. Brian Senyondo will be happy with the way things have gone so far. A lot of work to do for the team in yellow. They lead 2-1, 2 goals for James Bougera, who's chasing another one there. Through, and Sossi was chasing onto that one, can't get hold of it. Sossi was one of the changes after that third round defeat. So hack forwards by Boob. Long balls have created some problems both ends of the park. So. Crunching tackle there from Sané. So no early fireworks in this second half. Remember, the Gambia scored after 30 seconds, even less, against Tunisia right at the start of the second half, that was. So they do know about scoring early goals. Haven't done it so far in this second half. Uganda still lead. Sané goes along. Just hooked on by Suso, the sub. Put forward to James Bagheera, who's going to hunt that one down. It's going to be a threat, looking for a hat-trick, a bit of extra motivation if any was needed. Here come Uganda again. Bagheera, to get that one under control. He can, Bagheera. Fine defending. They know where the danger's coming from. Is Dramé. Dramé's capable of winning a game on his own, you know. Kamara. Back to Sanyang. That's overhit. Injury. It looks like it's Ashraf Kwaikua down. Time will be added on, of course. Every second is precious. So Ashraf Kwakuya is going to need some treatment. Important player for Uganda so far. Let's see if he stays on. Still 2-1 for Uganda. 2 goals from Bagheera. The Gambia will fight to the very end, you can be sure of that. Goalkeeper in Jamé. Another foul, and the fouls are mounting up, which is understandable. It's a crucial match, this one. No one wants to make a mistake. So is this going to be the change? Thomas Gamer is coming on. He's going to make way. Sozi is going off. Wanyama also on. 3 games so far, so went into the competition. Here come the Gambia again. It's knocked outside. Real danger here. It's come across, and Uganda just about clear their lines. The danger not over. The substitute, Ogema, strikes it through, and the Gambia looking to go through the gears, scrapping for everything. Uganda quite know what's hit them there. They really increased the pressure. Sane. Knocked in, the header from Drame. Clearly, the Gambia is saying, if we're going to go out, we're going to go out fighting. Come the Gambia again. Uganda need to be strong, and they were strong in that challenge. Okello. Ball over to that far side. Can it be kept in? No. So Sozi is off. Confirmation of that. Ogema on. An hour played. It's Uganda 2, Gambia 1. In this World Cup elimination match, the winner goes through. We had 2 goals for James Bagheera, and the Gambia, you just get the feeling, going to throw everything at the team in yellow now. Bagheera chases that one down, and Boob gets there first. Here comes the danger man, Drame. Bakari Jammeh has come on for the fullback, and he's in an attacking role as well, so not exactly throwing caution to the wind, but there's plenty of attacking options. Still have Pezenti Mendy on, remember, and Suso, who is an out-and-out centre forward for Gambia. Fascinating tie we've had. It's an unusual kind of circumstance. Just the winner goes through. It's an elimination game, the biggest game in these young players' lives. Gambia will swing this one in. A lot of big players are up there. Suso's there, Mendy's there. It was cleared, and impressively so, from Senguba. The third really puts Uganda in a brilliant position. Nicely worked from Barr. He's got some fresh legs on. They have Gambia, so plenty of subs on. Magala for Uganda, who lead 2-1. Just skipped inside there, did Wanyama. Here come the Gambia again, throwing everything at their opponents. Bakari Jammeh can't get enough on that. Seems he might be a little bit tired. Both played 3 games, just over a week. Here's Mboob, forced to put that one out. There's Baba Jammeh, who's played 2 games and on as a sub. Interesting to see the position that Wanyama does pick up. He's capable of playing in a couple of different roles. Number 14, often he's over forward. He's more a midfield player today. And yet another change for Gambia. It's going to be Alagi Koli. He's just had the 1 game so far. He's only played 3 minutes of football, so should have fresh legs at least. Sane is going off. Alagi Koli. on. Who will take a place in Qatar? Those World Cup finals, 48-team competition it is. It's going to be a huge event. Uganda, one more goal. You think that they have a fantastic chance of getting there. Maybe some tired legs out there, but there are subs on. Don't forget the semis between Burkina Faso and Mali, and Morocco in Ivory Coast. And the other World Cup qualifiers coming up right after this one on this very ground. Angola against Egypt, not to be missed either. Uganda look for a third, and it's off the bar. Well, it was a huge chance for Wanyama. There were some hearts in mouths there. It was a brilliant cross. Wanyama just drifted away, and his header went wide. Disappointment there for Wanyama with a goal at his mercy. It was a great chance. Might feel that's a bit of a let-off because Jamé was beaten. It's a foul against Bar. And the yellow card for the other number 8, to Ogema. Ogema plays with the KCCA, which is one of the giants of Ugandan football. Easy game for Bushra Kabubi because the stakes are so high. It's 2-1 for Uganda. Both teams looking for another goal, fair to say, obviously for Gambia, but Uganda haven't sat back by any means. Gambia have changed their formation. More forward players, 3 at the back most of the time. Don't have much choice. To Kamara, can't get hold of it. Yeah, powerful presence there of Alagi Koli, the sub. Confirmation of the yellow for Ogema. So Alagi Koli hasn't played too much football in this tournament, just 3 minutes. He goes to the Greater Banjul Secondary School, named for them. They'll be proud of their student playing at the top level of African football. Uganda go long. 25 odd minutes to hold out, maybe get another one. It feels the game is going to get open, and it's going to be a great spectacle. The stakes so high. Okello. Wanyama, one of the subs. Knocked outside to Bagheera. It's been the hero so far with 2 goals. Bagheera doesn't have too much help. Bagheera spins inside, brilliantly done from Bagheera. Shows there's much more to him than just knocking the ball in the net. It was a lovely turn from James Bagheera. He was getting plenty of press when he was 14, 15 years old as a breakthrough centre forward. He's getting better and better. So Uganda lead 2-1, and they have a corner. Mbemba Jamé is the substitute keeper, remember. Game on at half-time. Gambia dare not concede a goal. The corner's a good one, it's flicked on. Gambia just about deal with it. It's hacked goalwards from Stephen Oyuworth. Some tired legs out there. These players can be forgiven for that. It's just going to drift out for throw-in by the looks of things. Here come Uganda again, and it was whipped in by Wanyama with real pace. And it came off a Gambia head. That was brave defending. I think it came off Omar Sarjo. That was the player down at least. It's the 15th shot so far for Uganda, who have been peppering the Gambia goal with shots. All credit to them. They haven't taken the foot off the accelerator. Do they have the legs, I wonder, in the last 20 or so minutes, because it's warm conditions on the Atlantic coast. Cross is deep. But again, there's a yellow shirt there, and it was cleared by Suso, doing some defensive work, the big centre forward. Picked up by Ogema. Got a yellow card, remember, has to be careful. It's whipped in towards Ogera. Wanyama as well. It does have fresh legs, so he's going to be an important player for them, one would imagine, Wanyama. Played all 3 games so far. He's come on as a sub today. Okello has never stopped working. Like he just bounced off his shin. Okello's played every minute so far, so he's one of the players that going to have to really work hard and maybe play through the pain. Not easy, but the prize is huge. Place in the World Cup finals. Doesn't get any bigger than that. Okello. This is good work again from Uganda. Wanyama is thwarted. Tied legs. Brilliantly done from Bagheera again. Bagheera. No sign of fatigue there. Skip past 2 players. James Bagheera on a hat-trick. Remember, he got 2 hat-tricks in qualifying, so that's what it's like to get 3 goals. Our referee today, Bushra Karbubi. And Bemba Jame sorting out his defence, and for the moment Uganda are attacking. They have a 2-1 lead. Jame has the ball, just hoofing it forward to create some space, but again the spare ball is won by the team in yellow, Uganda. Tried to do a little bit too much that time. Ogema. It's the foul going the way of Gambia. Just put out a few more precious seconds wasted. That's been competitive and interesting, the duels, looking at the stats, 50-50. It's been that kind of game. Both teams have been working so hard to win those vital 50-50s. It's going to be a goal kick. What's interesting in terms of those stats is the possession won in the final third, 7-3 for Uganda. And they have been very competitive in that last third of the pitch, and that's been important. Tackles have been flying in. Nearly 50 tackles already. And all credit to these young players who've put on a really good show today. And for the moment, it's Uganda. One will feel for the loser, because there can only be one team going to Qatar. There's no other route to the showpiece under-17 event. But for the winner, it'll be unbridled joy. Owino. Bagheera chases down after it. Wanyama. Wanyama's immediately looking to go inside rather than go down the flank. Bagheera helping him out. It's been a good team display. Just a couple of cards so far, 2 yellows. But, the foul count is only 12, which is not a high number after 72 minutes. And all credit to Bushra Karbubi. He's kept the game flowing. It's never an easy game to referee this kind of encounter. Winner takes all. Bagheera puts it across. It's cleared. It's going to come to Isima Magala. Offside by the looks of things. Deep into the last 20 minutes. Our officials today from Morocco and Benin. Mboob. Suso comes deep. Keba Kamara to keep that one in. He couldn't. Bagheera, plenty of confidence, but that time. Gambia had his number. And Boob. Gambia happy to throw plenty of players forward and get it to their front four pretty much now. Suso and Drame leading the line. Mendy's there as well. Nicely won that time from Bakari Jammeh. East against West Africa today. At the moment, it's East Africa leading. Harm done there by the looks of things. The second time that Uganda are facing West African opponents at this level. 2019 they drew with Nigeria 2-1, and they have the chance to make this 3-1, but that's driven just wide. The shot was from Ogema, and it wasn't too far from Mbamba Jammeh's post. The team that came third behind Morocco and Zambia, looking for glory, and this is a huge consolation. Looking for a first ever qualification for the Under-17 World Cup. First time Uganda would have ever got to a FIFA tournament at the world level. It will mean so much to the country. First time they get 2 wins in a competition if they can win one today. It's very open now, plenty of long balls. These two sets of young players really going for it. Sit back and enjoy what should be a really entertaining last 15 minutes. We might still have penalties, don't forget. That is hacked out. Just playing with 3 at the back now, our Gambia. Here's Keba Kamara. Fitting into a midfield role now. There's plenty of white shirts there. You can't reach any of them, and it's hacked out by Richard Okello. Long-range shot. It's really going for it now. Both of these two teams, Keba Kamara, Uganda are going for a third, but Gambia going through the gears. They know that it's getting to that now or never time of the match. 15 minutes to play. A chance of World Cup glory. Depends on a goal or 2. Bulgaria, the star of the match so far. It's going to be John Owino going long. Still 4 at the back for Uganda. Looking for Okello and Bulgaria. Scored 2, prowling for a third. Owino again. Very tactical battle between Brian Senyondo and Yaya Mane. For the moment, it's Senyondo who's holding the cards. Here's Bar. Sarjo has slipped back into a defensive role on the back 3, but quite happy to go forward is Sarjo. Gambia determined to get into the mixer and try and create a chance for Suso or Drame. Sarjo, he's cued that one, but it's kept in. It's going to be a chance for Gambia. Good defending again from Oyuworth. To the danger area, there's 3 white shirts up there, and one is Suso. Mendy is there. Mendy just couldn't get it in a good position to strike. Ogema trying to help it on for Bulgaria, couldn't do it. The teams are really going for it now. The Gambia throwing everyone forward. These young players playing with no fear. Headed on by Suso. Suso again. Half cleared. Players looking for some composure as well. Suso, Drame. Often doubled up is Drame. They know he's the danger. Scored a hat-trick against Somalia. Long ball through. Bulgaria is going to chase that one down. Okelle's in the middle. Wanyama's helping him out. Bulgaria, he's got two! Very nearly three. Just spun inside. And that wicked shot just going over the bar, but he's such a danger, Bulgaria. And Sarjo was beaten. And the Gambia are warned that Uganda are looking for a third. Got a really exciting end to this game. There's bound to be when the stakes are so high. A one-off match. Two teams that came third in their group looking to go through to the World Cup finals at under 17 level. Mukisa heads out. Mboob. Sitting back a little bit more, Uganda, apart from centre forward James Bulgaria. Will they regret that, I wonder? Drame. Brilliant challenge from Owino. But it's hooked in again. Header on, is this a chance for Mendy? Oh, it's a real chance. It is held by Mukwanga. It fell nicely for Mendy, but it was maybe too close to the keeper. But that could have made things very interesting at 2-2. But Mukwanga held on. How important might that save be? Congratulated by his teammates. And the Uganda keeper holds on for a really important save. But here comes Drama again. Adrian Mukwanga plays for the Vipers, another big team in Uganda. Many Vipers fans will be watching this one, no doubt. Proud of their boy in goal. But might have more work to do here. And hooked out by Senguba. A little bit concerned where it was going, but just managed to go out. And for the first time, really, Uganda feel that they're hanging on a little bit. Gambia going through the gears, playing with more pace now. They know that they need a goal. Suso. Mukwanga says, that's mine. Actually, one of the younger players in the team. He's born in 2010. Remember, players born in 2008, 9 or 10. So, one of the younger players of this young team. Won't turn 15 till May. Up at the other end. This is good work. And is it going to fall? Is this going to be the goal? No, it's over from Wanyama. The chance for glory and the chance to put Uganda in surely for the World Cup finals. Gone in a good position, Wanyama, but put it too high. It's the second chance Wanyama's had. Plenty of chances in the closing stages. Mendy's come close. Wanyama's had a couple of chances. Drama in this big game, and Drame looks to keep it in. He can't. Really had a brilliant game of football today, partly because the stakes are so high, but there's also been some good play out there. These youngsters have put on a great show. 26 shots on goal in total, 18 of them for Uganda, and 6 on target, 3 each. So the goalkeepers have been busy. And Mukwanga, 14 years old, just saved very well, and very importantly as well. The Gambia will throw everything at Uganda, you can be sure of that. Time beginning to run out, 8 on the clock, there will be a bit of stoppage time. Isima Magala, composed in the middle of the park is Magala. Owino whips it wide, and it's well controlled. Torach, Bulgaria going wide. In the middle is Wanyama, who's had a couple of chances. I'm sure he'd love to get another crack at goal, Wanyama. Some tired players out there, warm conditions on the Atlantic coast. Senguba to Agema. Here's Agema. Just throws himself at that. There's been some courageous play as well. Real credit to both of their countries, but only one can get through to the World Cup finals. It's Uganda 2, Gambia 1 in this World Cup playoff, under 17 level. The prize to place in Qatar. Keba Kamara, Drummer gets it back to him. So half foot hooked out. Will 2 goals be enough for Uganda? Gambia have showed their very strong attacking unit. They have one, they need a second though. And it comes to Keba Kamara. Kamara's cross, is that going to stay in? No. Adrian Mukwanga, a few minutes ago, made a big save. May only be 14, but organising his side. Trying to get them a bit more compact by the looks of things. Ushering his players through to the central third of the pitch. Senguba high. 5 minutes of regulation to play. Don't be surprised if there's a bit of stoppage time. Don't be surprised if there's another goal. Okello goes long. This comes through. Borgera tries his luck. Cannons behind offer Mboob for a corner. Now, how many players will Uganda throw forward, I wonder? That's a big decision, isn't it? Brian Senyondo 2-1 up in this big game. The answer is not many, just 3 players in and around the box. Although Stephen Oyuworth, who's the bigger players, is coming in as well. Maybe let's get his head on the end of this, and there's 5 in the box. So Uganda still going for their goals. It's all credit for their team and Brian Senyondo. Looking for a third that would surely seal the deal. Comes the corner, Drama heads out. High to the Moroccan sky, and who will be celebrating at the end of this game? Borgera can't quite get that one under control. Mendy has to chase that one down. He has scored in this tournament. Love to get another one. Scored 3 goals. As, Vicente Mendy plays with the Kids with Talent Academy. Well named, because he has got plenty of talent. He needs to show it in these final stages. Here comes Borgera again. Doesn't have too much help, but he's shown that he can spin inside players, and he does it there, and it's a foul. This one is against Keba Kamara. Some precious seconds wasted. We get to that kind of stage of the match. Brian Senyondo. Love to guide his team to the World Cup finals. Going to be played in November, incidentally, in Qatar, in some wonderful stadia that are in that Gulf state. So Uganda lead by 2-1. Oh, it swung in and gone off the bar. Well, that surprised everyone, not least Mbamba Jammeh. And it bounced off the bar, and my word, mightily close. Richard Okello, well, is he going for that? Only he knows. But it was very close, and Okello has whacked the bar. Will Uganda be regretting that if they can't hang on to this lead, I wonder? They've had their chances for a third. Wanyama's had a couple, Okello's hit the bar. No shortage of chances at this Stade El Abdi in Al Jadida on the Atlantic coast. It's a beautiful part of the world. We've seen some great football, and in a few minutes we'll know who's going to the World Cup. It's hacked long by Mukisa, held comfortably so by Jameh, who's come on at half-time, remember, the goalkeeper. He's had an awful lot to do, but he's been composed. Some shots, but they've gone wide at the other end. Gambia. Suso was there, Sanyang was there. It's getting to that stage where throwing everyone forward, prepared to take risks of that as they have to. Just Bulgaria up for the team in yellow, Uganda, who can now start dreaming of a World Cup. It'll be their first under-17 World Cup, first World Cup of any description for them. Magala, it's kept things ticking in the middle of the park. Just put out by Mboob. We're into the last minute. There's bound to be some nerves. These are players who remember as young as 14 on the pitch. The stakes are huge, a chance to play on the world stage. Uganda pressing for a third that would surely seal it now. It's cut back to Bulgaria. Bulgaria with the chance. He just cannons off a defender from the Gambia. That one could have gone anywhere, really. And it stayed in play, and Bulgaria limps on. He won't mind about that if his country have got to the World Cup. Just poked it towards the goal. And it was good defending from Keba Kamara. Uganda come again. Okello. Wanyama's in the middle. It's going to be a goal kick that time, and there is time for Gambia. 4 minutes. Uganda looking to get to a FIFA event for the first time, a world event for the first time. This would mean so much to the country. Remember, they conceded after 1 minute. It wasn't even 20 seconds, Ahmed Kanyi. But James Bulgaria will be the toast of Uganda if it stays like this. Has to feel huge sympathy for Gambia. They've put in a good effort today, and they played well in this competition, losing narrowly to Tunisia. There can only be one winner today. It's pumped long into the Uganda penalty area. Plenty of players chasing it. One is Vicente Mendy. It's grabbed by Adrian Mukwanga. Made that save that might prove to be a really important one. The 75th minute goes to ground. What a game we've had. We're expecting some fireworks. It's been exciting. The player down is Richard Okello, who's not stopped running today. And quite rightly, Bushra Karbubi just making sure that play goes on. We want to make sure we get every minute of play here. Adrian Mukwanga is going to steal himself, and he's gone down again. Ordered to get up, and Mukwanga goes long, looking for Bulgaria. Okello's okay by the looks of things, picked himself up. They need 11 fit players on the pitch, Uganda, because glory is close. And they have a free kick, just a couple of minutes to play. Brian Senyondo and his technical staff are going to be nervy on the bench. They've worked so hard for this. They've gone out of the group stage, but if they can hang on to this, they will go to the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in November, looking to show they can mix it with the very best in the world. It's hacked long, nothing too pretty about it now. It doesn't have to be. Uganda just want to hang on for a little over a minute. Country will be on the edge of their seats. This is a big day in the history of Ugandan football. Looking to get to a FIFA event for the first time. The finals, Magala looking for Bulgaria. Worked hard today. There's a lot of tired legs out there. Youngsters they may be, but they've put in a big effort. It's a hot day on the Atlantic coast. Bulgaria looking to waste a few seconds, but legally so. Nothing wrong with that. Bulgaria. That's going to be a corner. There's a few heads down now for Gambia. You have to feel a little bit of sympathy for them. No doubt would have dreamt of going to the World Cup, but it looks like it's going to be Uganda. Referee Bushra Karbubi has kept the game going today. Not easy for a referee in this kind of match either. And Bembajame is on. And, Yaya Mane must know now that it's going to take some very, very late fireworks. Uganda look like they're heading towards the Under-17 World Cup finals. We are into the 5th minute of stoppage time. We have had a few breaks in the 4 minutes, so might still go on. Bulgaria just almost sitting on the ball. The ball is still in play and the clock is ticking. And Uganda looking for a third that would surely mean a place in Qatar. But they have it, the final whistle has gone. Uganda have won 2-1. It's a historic day in the history of Ugandan football. They've qualified for a World Cup finals at any level for the first time in their history. 2 goals for James Bulgaria. They fell behind after less than 30 seconds, but they've stormed back. Joy for Brian Senyondo. What a game we've had in Morocco. Bulgaria's the hero. Uganda are heading for Qatar. They've won 2-1 today. Well, make no mistake, this is a huge day in the history of Ugandan sport, because they've qualified for a World Cup finals. It's tough on Gambia. They won a lot of